For some women, the monthly period is not a walk in the park. 1 in 10 women experience pain, a condition known as endometriosis. As the world observed the month of March to increase the awareness about endometriosis, we take a look at how to manage this condition. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. You're watching Sound Health on Lagos Television. I am Olasumbo Modupe. The conversation begins after this break. Please stay tuned.
Didi, like other young women her age, wants an exciting and fun-filled life. But for her, that's not the case. Hers has been a life of pains and worries, unable to celebrate even her own birthdays, unable to keep appointments with friends, or have a normal, everyday life. Because every month, her menstrual flow comes with extreme pain and is unbearable, sometimes even more painful than a woman in labor. What really could be the cause? According to research, about 176 million women around the world, irrespective of race, color, or age, experience a condition called endometriosis. According to Endo study in 2011, endometriosis occurs in roughly 6 to 10% of women.
It is still Sound Health on Lagos Television. Joining us via Zoom this evening is Dr. Abayomi Ajayi, Chief Executive Officer, Nordica Fertility Center, founder, Physicians Roundtable, the Endometriosis Support Group, and co-founder of the African Endometriosis Awareness and Support Foundation. Good evening, Dr. Ajayi, and thanks for joining us.
Good evening. My pleasure. Good to see you.
Same here. Good to have you on the show once again. About 1 in 10 women experience endometriosis. Tell us, what exactly is this condition in women?
Yeah, thank you so very much. Endometriosis is a very common but often misdiagnosed condition which is usually characterized or associated with pain. And it's as a result of the lining of the uterus, what we call the endometrium, being present in other places apart from where normally it should be, which is the lining of the uterus. If I may just digress a little bit and say this is the layer that a woman sheds every month when a woman sees her menses. Okay. Now, so this organ, when it's not present in other places, then it behaves as if, just like the woman goes through hormonal changes, and the endometrium builds up and then is shed. So it's like a woman is bleeding in all those places where we call the implants, the endometrial implants are present. The common places where these are present are usually organs around the pelvis, like the ovary, like the tubes, but sometimes in the intestine, and sometimes actually they can wander away from the pelvis to the chest, even really to the brain. So, and what happens, what is typical is that every month as the woman is bleeding, she's also bleeding into all those places. And that's what makes endometriosis to be a living nightmare for people who have it.
All right, nightmare is a big word now. I was going to ask, how bad can this be in a woman? But you've answered that question. Is this condition different from adenomyosis?
Well, they're cousins. Okay, adenomyosis is a form of endometriosis. Adenomyosis just means that the bleeding is into the uterine nozzle. Okay, you know what? When we talk about endometriosis, it's outside in the abdomen. So, but in adenomyosis, is confined. The implant is confined to the nodules of the uterus. So usually what adenomyosis looks like is fibroids. So it's not unusual for people to mistake adenomyosis for fibroids, but it's a form of endometriosis as well. Because don't forget, what we say is endometriosis is when this endometrial tissue that's supposed to be lining the uterus is present in any other place, including the nozzle of the uterus, which we now call adenomyosis.
All right. Are there symptoms to look out for to tell if a woman is experiencing this condition, endometriosis?
Yes, pain is probably the commonest symptom of endometriosis. Now, this pain, don't forget why this pain is there is because the woman is digging into wherever this is. So this pain is usually common during when she's menstruating. Okay, so you could have somebody who has very bad menstrual pain. This kind of pain usually is that it stops everything. Usually progressive, as you get older, it gets worse. But the typical thing is that it stops. There's some women when they start menstruating, 2-3 days every month, you can be sure they are not going to be productive. It's this kind of pain that we're talking about. Okay, now this pain also might come when you are defecating because you will have these implants or deposits on the intestine, and therefore when the woman is trying to move her bowel, there's a lot of pain. Or she could have it when she's having intercourse, because this implant is somewhere where when she has intercourse that the penis can touch, or because the organs are already matted together, and therefore the intestine cannot move on itself, which normally it moves on itself, and so you can have pain. But also sometimes these women will have menstrual disorders. This is what I mean. Either they bleed very heavily, or they bleed irregularly, or sometimes they even bleed from unusual spots. Sometimes they can say a woman who is bleeding from the navel or the umbilicus. Okay? Or you can even see a woman who is coughing out blood. Okay? Because the implants are in the chest wall. So these are some of the things, but also probably another common thing they present with in about 30 to 50% of women who have endometriosis is infertility. So when we look at all these things, we'll see that what it jeopardizes the quality of life in women who have endometriosis. This is made worse because, imagine a mother has 4 girls, and 3 of them, everything is okay, but there's a particular one who every month everything comes to a halt. Or you employ 5 people in the office, and every month one of them will not come to the office, maybe 2 days, 3 days in a month. You understand? So there's so many things going on in their lives that they probably will not understand. They're also asking themselves, why am I different? Okay. But the people around them also do not understand. A woman is married to a husband, you cannot consummate the marriage because she has pain each time they try to have sex, So there are a lot of things going on, and then sometimes they go to doctors because the doctors don't understand what endometriosis is. The doctor says it's in your head because I cannot find anything wrong with you. So it's really a lot of hassles for women who have endometriosis. And that's why we're always talking about the awareness, not only for doctors, but also for the public. So that if you have a daughter who has this kind of symptoms, you will understand what she's going through and be able to try to see how a diagnosis can be made if it is endometriosis.
All right. How different is this? Why is there a difference among or between 2 girls or 2 daughters? What causes this condition in women and girls? Because you just said if we have 4 girls and one is kind of different.
Yeah, because the other don't have endometriosis and she has endometriosis. But if you are talking about what are the risk factors for endometriosis, yes, endometriosis is common in people where there is a family history. Okay, either the mother has had it or some sister has it. But in Nigeria, because until recently, many people had endometriosis and they never knew they had endometriosis. You see that some people didn't have children, and it's probably endometriosis, but since they don't know, they had only one, and they could not have more, and then it was endometriosis, but it was never diagnosed, So, but other risk factors are people who achieve menarche, that is, they start menstruating at a very early age. People at risk are people who start menstruating before 11 years. And people who see their menses into later life in this environment, the time you stop seeing your menses is about 45 years old. For people who about 50, they're still seeing their menses. There are also people who are at risk of endometriosis. People who don't have children, okay, are also at risk of endometriosis. Slim people are usually at risk of, they are risk factors, but not that every slim person will have endometriosis, okay. And then, of course, smoking also is also a risk factor for endometriosis.
Okay. All right, earlier in your response, when you mentioned the symptoms, you said some bleed from the navel. Is that physical or just internal?
They bleed from the navel. You see that they are bleeding from the navel.
Okay, because I overheard someone say some women bleed from their palms, from their legs. How true is that? Has that been scientifically proven?
Well, it could be endometriosis, but I've never seen that, but it could be endometriosis.
All right.
What gives out endometriosis usually is that it will be related to the time the woman is also menstruating.
Okay, so apart from sexual intercourse, when a woman feels the pain, does the symptoms are the symptoms experienced earlier before the onset of the period or during the period? Is it restricted during the period?
This is now where that's where it becomes very confusing, because for some people it's only during the period, but for some people it's always, they will always have the pain there. Okay. So there is no, and that's one of the things, but usually for people who don't have all the pain there all the time, it gets worse during the time that they are menstruating, because that is the time that it's like they are bleeding anew again to wherever they were bleeding into. So it gets worse during the time that they are menstruating.
All right. Is this condition experienced by some age group, and does it get better with age?
On the contrary, it might not get better with time. You see, there are different kinds. There's some people who endometriosis most of the time is progressive. For some, it gets better. Very few people, but of course, and for some it just doesn't change. So there is no one size fits all, and that's some of the things that confuse about endometriosis. There is just no one size fits all.
All right. Apart from infertility now, are there other underlying conditions?
Yeah. Like we said, that quality of life is affected. Now there is also the association with some cancers. Okay, but I say this with tongue in cheek because it's an association. It's not that it causes for example, there's some ovarian cancer that have been found might be commoner in people who have endometriosis. So that might be because the risk factors for the two are similar. Okay, and also it's a kind of endometrial cancer also might be commoner in people who have endometriosis. But we should look at it from the point of view. That's why I keep talking about quality of life of people who have endometriosis. Women who have endometriosis, their quality of life, because they find it difficult to maintain relationships at work, at home, at school. So it's a more encompassing thing than just talking about infertility.
Okay. So before we talk about how to address the impact on a woman's life, is this condition treatable?
Yes, it's treatable but not curable.
Okay, share with us how to go about it after being diagnosed of endometriosis.
Okay, I think the first thing is the diagnosis. The diagnosis of endometriosis usually will start with the history. And that's why we're always talking about awareness. The first thing is a high index of suspicion. The doctor must think endometriosis. Okay, a woman whose life comes in halt during a menstrual period, the first thing you must bear in mind is this endometriosis. Some people also you can look at they don't work, they don't go to school for some period of time during their menstrual period. and therefore that also is something that might be suggested. Then, of course, then you can do scans, imaging, either you're doing an ultrasound scan, which might be able to pick out, especially if the deposit is on the ovary, you might be able to pick it up. But of course, it depends on the speed of the person doing the scan. And then also you might have to do MRI sometimes. But not to forget that the examination of the patient is also very, very important. Laparoscopy used to be the gold standard for diagnosis of endometriosis. Laparoscopy is to have something like the size of a pen go under the navel to look inside the abdomen and be able to make a diagnosis. Once you have been able to make your diagnosis, either clinically using imaging or through laparoscopy, then you can start treating. And there are three main ways to treat. Either you're using drugs, either you are doing surgery, or if you're treating infertility, then you're talking about ART. But also there are some lifestyle changes that you might need also to advise on. So for the drugs, the commonest things are probably analgesics. Majority of the people who have endometriosis live off analgesics. And some of them actually also, the pain is so bad that they are narcotic analgesics. And therefore, and that's where also it becomes a little bit tricky. Because some people might become addicted to these narcotic analgesics. So, and that's why doctors, we need to be very careful about the kind of analgesics and how we administer the analgesics.
All right.
And then hormonal drugs are usually prescribed for patients because the analgesic takes away the pain, but does not take away the problem, which is that you have. So hormonal drugs are usually also prescribed. This can be in form of tablet, can be in form of injectable, can be in form of even IUCD, or intrauterine contraceptive device, which is usually the woman impregnated, particularly the one we call Marina. So that can also be used. And also surgery can be done. This surgery can be conservative surgery, just taking away the implants, or can also be sometimes radical surgery where we take out the uterus and the ovaries. And then for infertility, we can do assisted conception. But also there are some lifestyle changes that might have to be instituted. People who have endometriosis is with the alcohol, caffeine is not so recommended, and healthy food, a lot of veggies, and it's probably better for people who have endometriosis. And exercise, you can't go wrong with exercise. Things like acupuncture also might help, especially with the pain and to relax. And then don't forget to join a support group so that you can also be able to share your experience with people who are going through the same thing, and also probably professionals who are knowledgeable in this kind of issue. You can get to talk to them.
All right, your call to action, anything you need to add to the insights you shared?
Yes, I think the first thing is that we cannot be tired of talking about endometriosis, and that's why the month of March is dedicated all over the world as Endometriosis Awareness Month. Okay, and because the more the people who know about endometriosis, the better for all of us, because we all have women in our lives, and it's so common that 1 out of every 10 of the women will have a form of endometriosis or the other. So it's important for us to be able to know about this. It's also important for us to have early diagnosis before some of these complications that we spoke about really arise, and then when it is there for us to know how to treat this patient so that their quality of life can be restored to as much as possible. You know that the moment you know what is wrong with you, people say your problem is half solved. So I think that's one of the things that is making us to continue to talk about endometriosis all over the world, so that many more women and many more doctors will be able to join this bandwagon.
All right, break the silence. Tell someone about endometriosis. Show love and care to someone living with that condition. Endometriosis is manageable and treatable. Dr. Abayomi Ajayi, Chief Executive Officer, Nordica Fertility Center, and founder, Physicians Roundtable, the Endometriosis Support Group, and co-founder of the African Endometriosis Awareness and Support Foundation. Thank you so much for your expertise on the program. We really appreciate you.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you for having me.
All right, Sound Health continues with trending health report from around the world. Please stay tuned. Well, it is still Sound Health on Lagos Television. More to come in a moment. this is where we say thank you on today's episode of Sound Health. Early diagnosis will improve your quality of lifestyle if you're living with endometriosis. Talk to someone today. You will really get help soon enough. For comments and inquiries, or you have topics you would like us to take a look at, send SMS to 0035826603 or follow us on social media at LTV Social, #Sound Health. A sound health is a sound mind. Make healthy living your choice.